Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. This is just me, Haematite, today on the DampSquids server. I'm going to be doing a few solo videos, I think, a few projects I want to do. Renovations to the house, new base type things, and a few other plans as well I've got. But firstly, is storage. So with 1.17, obviously we have a load of new blocks, which is great for building. Copper, amethyst, calcite, all kinds of stuff. But it's mean that my already failing storage system uh, is now really failing. There's just simply not enough space. Uh, so if I can figure out how to move, I'll show you what I mean and what I'm planning to do. So let's just open my storage. Oh, I love that. I love that. Storage in plain sight. It's a hidden basement. I want this for my real house. So, as you can see, I've already made a start here. That was the existing one. This is where I'm going now. You can see I've basically doubled it in size. So everything on the left is bulk storage, and this bit at the back is going to be a sort of stacking system where you can put items in like that. It's a bit of a faff, but I haven't finished that. But it means you can store whatever you like, and rather than having one item per barrel than the other one. And you can see here we use designed by Nembom, which is very cool. So it uses hopper sort of timers, delayers, to stop things filtering through. If I can get up, I can show you a bit more. So these will go into the barrels. There's a clock on the left that turns these on and off as they filter down. And it is silent as well, which is quite cool. No dispenser noises. And very different to what we had before. Just eat. I am starving and I keep forgetting to eat, and I'm running out of food since my farmer died who I was buying golden carrots off. But yeah, so what we have here is our bulk storage. So these are for common items, basalt, that kind of thing. Things I'm going to have a lot of, more than a barrel's worth. And I'll extend this all the way around. And I think that should be enough storage. I think it should be enough, but it's hard to say, isn't it? We'll see. I think the barrels at the back will hopefully be enough. We're going to have to duplicate a few things like stone. We have got so much stone that I'm going to have to put another barrel of that in. I can show you how this one works. So these bulk storage ones are fairly... I can't get up. Can't get up. Help. Oh, it's such a mess down here. This is a problem with trying to cram it into a small basement space. When you watch these videos, they're always doing it out in the open. And I can't do that here because I've built my base first and decided I want a storage system afterwards. But yes, anyway, these are all using a standard filter system. I'm just going to copy what I've done before. Because I can't quite remember how the sort of structure works, but it's basically alternating so you can have them next to each other so they don't collide with each other in terms of the redstone. So that's what the repeaters are for there, next to the redstone dust. And yeah, that uses the that standard hopper can only with a comparator will detect 21 items. So then the 22nd item will go through. So you just have to fill 20 slots with garbage, preferably a named item. I called my null just for simplicity. And as long as you never put anything in through the storage system called null, you'll be fine. But I have done that a few times and broken it because I have not been paying attention. But in theory, that should never happen. Yeah, and then you just need one of every one of every item that you have. Which I guess is the same as the other store system, really. We need two, I guess. One for the item frame. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, and I'll show you. I love that. What it looks like in a second. Yeah, more iron. I'm actually running out of iron, which is incredible, really, because I had an iron farm. I just have to make so many hoppers. You won't believe how many hoppers you need, and comparators and redstone. I'm running out of redstone as well. Yeah, you can see here how it all works sort of behind the scenes. We've got double chests going into 3 barrels underneath. And then behind that, we've also just got a massive hopper chain, which I'm having to extend because we want the bitty storage, as I'm going to call it, coming in last. So we're going to have to go all the way from the middle where my input chest is, this way, along this hopper chain, along the top, and we're going to fill in all these barrels as we go. Obviously, we want to do the bulk storage first, because that's the thing you're going to have most of, in theory, anyway. And yeah, you can see there it comes on the water stream, goes all the way down, round this way, and then it will filter through into these chests, if there's space. So you can see those ones back there, the comparators are lit up. That's because I've got those items in there, ready for the filter. Just checking these hoppers. Have not done it for these ones yet. I need to decide what I'm actually going to put in there. It's quite tricky. I also need to sort out how I get around the back of this. So what I'm doing here is trying to brush out my poor redstone skills and get everything going from the end of the sorting system into my little barrel up there, which is unfortunately not on the same level, so I'm having to use a dropper and then a sort of mini clock system using a comparator, which is almost working, but ultimately everything's going to go into that barrel. I think I see what I've done wrong there actually, because that is not working. Okay, here we go. Using the target block, getting that redstone back into the comparator so that it flicks on and off, and bosh, nice, there we go. That is, target block is fine, the dropper, that is all just going into the barrel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bosh, done. Perfect. The only thing left to do now is put a light on top of it. And yeah, that works quite well. I've learned a lot about redstone doing this project. I knew some, but there's just so much you can do now, whether it's with these comparators, which are still fairly new to me, even though I think they were introduced a long time ago. But yeah, everything will now be going into that barrel once it's gone through all the other barrels. So it's going to take a while. It's going to take a long while. But yeah, I should time actually how long it takes for an item to get around. It's going to be a while. But I don't have to worry about it because I just shove them in the chest and then come back. Yeah, and we'll start with those chests just to the left and then end there. So we get a complete circuit, wall-to-wall chests, or barrels, because yeah, they look a lot nicer. Let me figure out how to do a little lamp on top of this, and we should be good to go. This is what I was saying about having to rename an object to something. I actually had to go to the XP farm at the end just to get enough experience to name all these. But I'm just using stone just as a sort of misc item, which I'm going to fill into the hoppers. It doesn't really matter what you call it, to be honest, but I'm just being consistent just so that I can move them around if I need to. Yeah, so these will go into the hoppers. So you can see I've done this side. This is all getting there. And I think I know what items I want to put in there, but at the moment it's just whatever happened to go through the system. So we've got a redstone torch there and some stairs. Oh, that hurt. But I will put them over here as well, so you can see. Let me just check it is this hopper. No, it's the one above. Yep, okay. So you can see how that works. The filter there, it gets a bit confusing when it's stone. I'm using the named stone, but yes, let's do 21 null items in here. So I do 5, 5, 5, and then a 6. Like that, and then whatever item I want. So I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably do stone next to it maybe, but for now I'm just going to get all these in place, and then it's quite easy to move things around, at least at the start, once it's full. Not so much, but well, some of the minor ones, but the stone, I'm not moving that again. That would take a long time. Yeah, so this system is quite simple and it's fairly easy to understand because it's basically it's going off the length of the output from the comparator. So 21 items, it will basically stop the hopper going down with the sort of the redstone behind. Add one more, and it will filter through. Oh, so it's 22 items actually. It's 22. Because I'm forgetting, of course, the item that you choose. But yeah, I'll show you how that works. I'm just trying to find stuff which I have a lot of, which can go in the bulk storage. I think I'm going to go with these for now. So, we've got the raw ores there. That's gold, iron. That will be copper, but I don't have any copper, so I'm just going to put an observer there for now. Mycelium, maybe crimson nylium, yep, and warped nylium. And these will just basically filter through until there's one left, and then act as the filter. I don't know where I want to go in this last one. What have I done? Smooth sandstone. Yeah, we've got a lot of that. I don't know if I might change that one, but you can see they're all starting to filter through, and we'll do coarse dirt in that one. I think that's all of them filled on this side. So I've got cobblestone twice, we've got stone twice, but I think that's probably a good idea. Clay balls, I might change that out into the bitty storage because I don't think we're going to use that many of them really. And ultimately we want a super smelter, which will just take those in and smelt them automatically into bricks. Unless I want clay bricks, I suppose, but I'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now I need to put everything I took out from the end of the old store system and move it back into the new one. So with a lot of the actual functional bits now in place, it's now the fun bit, or a different fun bit. It's both fun, but the designy bit, we need to just make this consistent with everything else. For which I think we're actually going to have to go mining, because we don't have enough gold blocks for that trim around the edge. And we just have to go chopping down some trees as well, because we did not have enough spruce logs for this. I'm going to need to get some clay for the bricks as well, and a ton of leather for the item frames. But I think at the end it's going to look pretty cool. Well, it's going to look like what it did look like originally, I guess, but just bigger. But I think it looked pretty cool originally, to be honest. So we're going to have to tackle that. I'm now stuck down here. Leaves, the best building block. Yeah, so this is going to be... Yeah, I need a ton of resources for this. I'm going to have nothing left to actually store in my storage system by the time I finish making this. But yeah, we're getting there. The filtering all now works, or seems to anyway. Obviously I need to fill the bitty storage out a bit more, but yeah, first glance it all looks good, and hopefully I won't have to do this again, because I don't think I can face expanding it again. I actually can't really, because the I definitely can't go any further sort of backwards, because I come out of a hill, because the house is on top of a hill. I made the basement, and the basement is only just contained now within that hill, so I can't actually make it any bigger without going sideways, which would involve so much work. They'd be not really worth it. But yeah, I will cut miraculously now to when it's all finished. And here we are, the grand reveal, back where we started. But now, oh, look how big it is. Look how big it is. So we've got all our extra ones, I'll close that, all these extra ones on the left. Some of which are questionable for bulk storage. 8 honey bottles, 23 honeycombs, 26 blaze rods, probably not necessary. Some of these other ones are definitely necessary. And then we've got more down this side now. So before we stopped here, so we've basically doubled the size of the room. You can see we've got all these ones we added before. We did actually have more clay balls than I thought. don't have any gold because we used it all for this. I'm going to have to think what I'm going to do about that. Likewise, copper, we don't really have much, but some of them we've got quite a few now. And then we've got this bit at the back. This wall, amazing wall of barrels. So these two don't actually feed into the system, unfortunately, just the way it's designed. But the rest of them do. And some they're already getting a bit cramped, and I'm slightly concerned about some of these ones, especially this one. I've got some space, but yeah, the way this works, so every slot has to be filled. As you can see, that's the mushroom chest, that's the sapling chest. What am I standing on? The light. Flower chest. Decorative stone chest. Magma block probably doesn't belong in there. Oh, coarse dirt, haven't we? No, we moved that out. Yeah, so now let me give a demonstration. Oh, let me give a couple of demonstrations. Okay, so we've got a button. So we've got let's remove all these. So I've got one stone button in there. Honeycomb, we've got 23. Remember that? No, I'm just gonna leave one in there, just so I remember what's going on. So now, if I put both of these in, bomb, 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 this will all go through the system. So it's basically going under here, up a water stream, along some hoppers at the back, and then it's going along each of these, going, is this right? Is this right? Is this right? Is this right? All the way around. Oh, you can hear my dispenser there for the going up to the water stream. I could make that a dropper elevator, but I can't really be bothered at this point. I might change that later. Yep, so it's going to feed all the way around here. These ones in the middle aren't fed into the storage. So these are for single items, non-stackables. Shulker chests, barrels of fish, beds, you know, things like that. That's actually not for compasses, that's for maps. But you obviously can't put a map on a thing, otherwise it just becomes the actual map itself. Yeah, so it's going to come all the way along here. So honeycomb will filter in here. You can see how slow the system is just because of how far it's got to go. Oh, it's starting to come in. Are they starting to come in? There was one. Oh, there you go. There they're coming in. So they're all coming in there. And then it's going up, down, up, down, up, down. So that makes you feel a bit sick. And coming in here. So the stone buttons with the bit of luck should appear in there in a second. Honeycomb's all done now, I think. I'm just going to stare at this now, hopefully waiting that it comes in, because if it doesn't, I'm in big trouble. But I've tested it a few times, and it was good. So unless I've broken something... Nope, there we go. So they're coming in, they come in. Perfect. That took a long time, actually. That did take a long time. But yeah, there they are. And anything that doesn't fit into the system will come to this barrel here, turn on that light, so then I can just come down here and go, ooh, there's something not sorted. Blah, pick it up, find a slot for it, and shove it in there. And then next time, it will fit in. I must say it's cool, isn't it? Isn't it cool? Yeah, so decoration-wise, I'm quite pleased with. We're going to have to do something with this, because this was our sort of bitty storage before, which wasn't automatically sorted, and that's now no longer used. So I'm either going to turn this into a big basement space, because we're putting this down here as well, with some of my bees. It was not a proper bee farm, just some random bees. And then... yeah, we're going to do something here, I think, because I don't really like having lanterns in the middle of the floor, but otherwise there's not enough light. And that's it, really. The only other thing I did, actually, was my firework chest. So, this is a bit pointless, really, but fireworks get filtered into this one, and then they come onto here, get pushed by a dropper into here. So then I can run downstairs, grab my fireworks if I can click, and then fly off again. realistically, I probably shouldn't have this because I don't think I'm ever going to have enough fireworks to fill the hopper trail all the way back here, as well as that barrel. But I kind of have to, just to be in line. It's already pretty crap back here, so I can't add anything else, to be honest. And it's questionable. Okay, I can't even get through anymore. Here we go. It's questionable whether even this fits. I had to actually jiggy the door mechanism around, because obviously that's in the way as well. It's just there. So yeah, but it works. It all works. I'm quite happy with it. So next episode, I think we're going to do something with the floor of this. Sort this out. Maybe we'll make some kind of big underground. Well, this is already underground. Underground. Basement level 2. Floor. I don't know what we're going to put in it. Maybe. Yeah, we can do some cool stuff, to be honest. Maybe some villager stuff. Maybe some mob things, and I do want to set up a bee farm as well. We've got a lot of plans. And I'm gonna, yeah, hopefully move all these. My prisoner villager down here, who was my carrot farmer, but I need to zombify him and cure him again. So yeah, we've got lots to do next episode. So if you want to see that, please do subscribe. I'm going to be keeping this going. Hopefully it gets a bit of interest. And if you liked it, be sure to like if you've made it this far. And I'll see you next time.